Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night, January 17th,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
2025.
Saturday night,
Ken
January
Style Live with the
17th,
Zoom
2025.
Homies. The Zoom Homies with Ken Style Live. I have audio confirmed on my end for myself. The homies tonight look to be Sam, Bill, Rich, Greg, Jeff Ryman, who just got here, and Darren Gilholm. Gentlemen,
Where?
Hello.
and we have confirmed video on YouTube. Go look at chat real quick. Rick Lakes was first, Scott was second, and Barb, who I have not seen in the ages, was third. She said, I liked and shared in case I don't make it back to my live stream. Thank you, Barb. I do appreciate that. And I'm not sure why you're not a moderator because I do know who you are, but you are now a moderator if you're still her watching that. Allows you to go look at people's channels and to share your links for your channel and share out other people's channels if you show desire. Greg Guy, I can't count. You were third, and according to you, but you were actually fourth. So let's go over this, Greg. Let's make sure we're all understanding. Rick Lakes was first. No, you weren't. Would you like me to share my screen? Scott was second. Barb 6944 was third at 818. 8 minutes later, at 826, Greg Guy says, I'm third. I'm third, everybody. But you're getting better. You are.
I can't count. I had a senior moment.
Yeah. John Williams was fifth. He says trailer English must be a different language. I think that they went to the same school as Kenny, and he sold another PC. Cool. Going for a 3P. 10-0 Seahawks. Jim joins us back on Zoom. Hello, Jim. He was here earlier today. And I had a question for you right before you left, and I was going to ask you, and then you just left. So looking at through chat here, I'm just scrolling through here pretty quick. John and Carol had pizza for dinner tonight. Pizza Hut, they can make a good pizza now and then. 17-3. Yeah, I think Seattle will win that game pretty handedly. I did check the scores right before it went live. Ski Man's in the house. Hello, Ski. I see John is getting, or John, I see, whoa, can't use my
English.
peripheral vision. I'm telling you. Jim is getting ready just in case. I don't know. I'm not gonna make any comment on that, but I'm not sure.
Well, let's just put it this way. Better to be prepared.
Oh yes. All right. I'm still not caught up to 10 o'clock. My goodness.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. Yep, we can hear you. Robert Michael's in the house. Afternoon, evening, morning. Bloody something. Yeah, one of the two. That's never going to be forgotten either.
That's three.
Well, I know, but you would have had to have been present for the joke. Robert said morning, evening, afternoon, one of the two. And now I think I figured out why that jumps. It gets down to where it's live and then it jumps. 10 o'clock. Rick was first again right after we went live. So he was first twice today. I am currently caught up on the Zoom homies. Yeah, that's good for next December. I can use that then. I think I'm caught up. I did write down one thing from Doug's show earlier today, and that was !W is working, so the streamer bot's good. Something Doug said about blaming the AI, and it caught my attention, so I wrote it down. That, and I know I wrote another one down too about the name. He was gonna do something, and I'll have to go find it. Still snowing? Wow. Pizza Hut was several nights ago. I believe your comment said you ordered pizza, but I'll have to go back and look at the comment. Preloading for Arkansas. Yeah, exactly. He's just preparing. The Philippine American couple's in the house. Hello, David. and or possibly Lorelei. I don't know if she works Saturdays and Sundays or not, but it's good to see David's in the house. And Jamie appears to be here as well. The unbothered avocado is here. Thank you, Jamie. They're saying highs and things back and forth. So interesting day for me, computer wise. I stretched my legs. And this is a Pennsylvania story, by the way. I'll just preface it with that. I stretched my legs and my feet hit the desk. And about the time my feet hit the desk, the DaVinci machine blinked out because of the way the capture card was sitting on top of the desk. And any vibration, it just blinks out. It's a horrible capture card, and it's got a loose connection, so it blinked out.
Oh, kind of
That's
like
common.
its owner, loose connection.
Moi? It's all
Yeah,
about moi? Loose connection? No. So,
I'm sorry, screw loose. What was I thinking?
yeah, one and the same.
Where
That's
was the
normal.
loose connection someplace between the
It's the
Where
USB
in the
cord.
keyboard?
Well, that and it's an older capture card. It's a combination of things. It's the USB cord because I can go down there and grab the cord and I can just barely wiggle it and it'll blink out like it normally does. So I know the
Yeah, I've
USB
got
cord
one
is
like
bad.
that.
So that's common. That happens. I can literally go like that and smack my desk. Now I could, and it would blink out. It can't do that now. The capture card is 6 feet away from anything. It's at the absolute maximum length of the USB cord it can be. HDMI cords aren't a problem. They're like 12 feet long. It's the USB cord. So I moved it. I hit it. If the house shakes, it's going to go out. That's not the problem. The problem was upon blinking back, monitor number one's icons somehow, mysteriously, watch this hand while this hand moves the icons over to monitor number two. All of them. Monitor number two's 2 icons. I have 2 icons on that monitor. 2. They moved to monitor number 1. But it gets better. The taskbar, which is normally on monitor number 1, migrated over to monitor number 2 as well. It was so messed up. It's fixed now. The homies, we researched a lot of it. We looked at some things on my system. We came across a program that apparently got put in November, but I don't remember getting it. There was speculation that maybe it piggybacked in off of something, but it maybe, who knows? It's gone. We deleted it. Jim recommended just get rid of it, which we did. We uninstalled it. Gone. Finally figured out the taskbar thing. The taskbar's just like with Jeff and Firefox. It's the way God intended it. It's back on the main monitor right in front of me. It's not off on some rinky-dink monitor. Anyway, it's all fixed. It's all good. I finally got all the icons back into place. I don't have them in the order I had them in yet, but I will get it there. What a day. Go look at comments. Robert says, kid, I don't have that problem. Yeah. I think
But you're sure you're imitating him pretty well.
I'm trying. I'm trying. By the way, you guys got a
When I was
compliment.
in college, I never had any of these problems.
Well, back in the Civil War days, did they have these problems to have?
All I had was punch cards.
Yeah,
Before I get too far, Mr. Ken, before I get too far into this, did you have something you needed to ask me or no?
Apple and what?
It's Apple and Blueberry, actually.
Wait, hold that up again.
It's
That's
Apple and
Blueberry?
Well,
I can
it's
see it.
Apple and Blueberry.
Yeah.
The vodka, which is clear, is Blueberry.
Oh, okay.
The green comes from the sour apple schnapps.
Vodka and sour apple schnapps. Boy, you're making it enticing for me to throw 20 years away. I tell you, it's
Yes, I'm sure. But before I get too far into this thing, did you need to? You said you needed to ask me.
Oh, I done forgot that. That was DaVinci related, and
okay.
I've
well,
slept
because
since then.
I'm gonna forget this conversation by the time I'm done. Trust me.
Yeah, I Long Dog is in the house. Tragic story in Pennsylvania's at times. Long Dog, I did get your emails. I did recognize the song. Yes, I could hear it. Um, good song, by the way. And then I saw your other email. I looked at it. I mean, you can send me stuff. I'll take a look at it, but sometimes it registers, sometimes it doesn't. But I appreciate it. It was a good tune. Good song, by the way. It's from 1964, I believe. I've heard that. That's another. That's a good song to send to Brian because that would work beautifully on Brian's things that he used to do for the music trivia on his shows that or his uploads that he does. Is can you name this? Name the song, name the artist, name the year. And I knew the song. I had no idea who did it. Clap on, clap off. Yep, the clapper. I remember that. Mine, I could never get ours to work. We were given one, I believe, one year as a gag gift, and I tried it. Never did work. Knock on wood. Yeah. Do what, Chris?
My grandmother had a touch lamp. You ever touch lamp?
Yeah, I remember touch lamps.
And if it was lightning, it would come on.
Yeah,
Really?
well,
Oh yeah, static electricity.
yeah, pray that you never had one where you would touch it several times to get a different brightness on the thing. You had one of those and you lived next to a ham radio operator who was a CW operator. Can you
Oh, I
imagine
know.
what that thing was doing?
Long Dog says that was an example, I believe, of I believe it's called panning. A lot of music in those days sometimes we manipulated while it was actually being played. The Beatles did that on some of their albums, but I was hoping you could hear the panning effect.
Yeah, I have
Right
a
over my head. I must have
touch
missed it.
on the top. It's connected with a USB-C port to its power. And you've got like 3 different settings. You put your finger on the top, it's got a little button, just it doesn't actually move, it's just a touch thing.
Right.
And it has 3 brightnesses and a little red glow option for, I guess, when you go to sleep or whatever. It's in my daughter's room here. Sort of a weird thing from my viewpoint.
John says to Scott, or says to John, okay, I'm not here. John's not here. John must have said something. Did you notice that KSL totally ignores everything I said? Everything. Every freaking thing.
You expect a
Yeah, it
radio
was one of
station
those
to
lights.
respond to everything you
Barely
do?
see chat as it is, and he, if you watch out.
Well, KSL in Salt Lake City isn't gonna respond to everything somebody says in the chat.
No, K-Slut's coming back, by the way. I am going to use that, which we all know that stands for KSL in Utah, but I like the way it sounds.
I love it.
The way my day went, oh my gosh. You guys got a compliment, by the way.
Those lamps that you touch.
Do what, Chris?
I said that was one of those lamps you touch like 3 times. It gets bright, dim, You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Dim,
bright,
dim,
normal,
whatever.
and dim.
If you would turn her antenna box, it will make it come on too. The box to turn the antenna, because they had a TV antenna, not cable.
Yeah, what that thing?
This is where I need a cricket sound.
Yes.
I'm researching something. I should try the OBS camera. Is that still working? Oh, it is. That's the virtual camera from OBS. I turned the virtual camera on. Unfortunately, this is the only thing I can get to work with the virtual camera. I don't quite understand why that is, because if this would work, you would think other things would work with it as well. Apparently, I missed the comment that I read that says a program that has fingers installed. I don't get the number 1618. And I'm going to try an experiment too. Probably tomorrow. And it's going to be an announced, but I am going to try something because I personally want to see something how it works and what the effects of this will or will not be. Hello, Tita Marie. Tita Marie's in the house. I believe she's still over in Thailand, or she's traveling somewhere. See, Canada right now or Thailand right now? That's not too big of a decision to make. I think I would choose the warm weather in Thailand. I'm pretty sure they don't have snow there. Ski Man says we had an electrical powered rotating. Oh, I know what the other thing that Long Dog sent me. Reading Ski Man's comment made me think about it. I do not need a snowblower. I'm going to be like the green eggs and ham guy. I do not need a snowblower. Okay? I'm not going to live here very much longer. I don't have to deal with the driveway, but very few more months. I'm going to get a flat driveway. If it snows, it won't be an issue getting across the flat driveway. But I appreciate it. That was a really interesting. There were two things I found interesting about that link you sent me on the snowblower. One, if we ever get that much snow here in Indiana, I'm seriously moving to Arkansas or Texas or New Mexico or dare I say Arizona. Because when we get that much snow in Indiana, it's over. That was a massive amount of snow. Yes, I know that there are people that live and are in this community that would be a dusting for them. That would be a major snowstorm for us. That would cripple the state of it. That'd cripple Indianapolis, that much snow would. But thank you. Tita Marie says she is in Thailand. Okay, cool.
We supposed to get 3 inches. That's gonna be a blizzard for us.
We had snow off and on today, and no accumulation. Although it did cover the grass and did cover the roofs, but yeah, I'm ready for the snow to be done too. But I know it's not. Hello, Alex. You're only 17 minutes late tonight. You know, Alex, I have a question for you. Serious question. This is not a bit.
Okay.
Okay, this is not for comedy. This is a serious question. By chance, do you own an alarm clock?
Yes, I own several, as a matter of fact.
Why does that not surprise me? Have you ever thought of setting your alarm clock for, I don't know, let's say 8:55, knowing that my show starts at 9 o'clock your time and you might not be late?
No,
Again, it's
not
about me.
really. There's really only one time on a regular basis that I set my alarm, and that's Sunday morning. That's Sunday morning for church. That's it.
I just wondered.
I'm not
Scott
an alarm
told
person. I'm not a morning person. I would, if I could have my way, all my appointments and everything would be either in the afternoon or at night, but not in the morning.
So, just out of curiosity, is it dark where you're at right now?
It is.
Is it considered nighttime where you're at right now?
Yes.
So why are you late consistently? Moving on. Scott says to Jeff, thank you. Glad you liked the training video. Yeah, it was a good video. I actually went and watched it on my other two accounts that I have just to help Scott out a little bit. Long Dog said, I didn't know then they made a battery powered one like yep. John Williams has a battery powered one. I think his is 40 watt, if I recall correctly. Don't worry, if I'm wrong, I will be told I'm wrong, which is fine. I can't get it to turn gray. You can't get something to turn gray. What did I miss? I'll go back and check that out later.
If it's
Poor
hair, you're not turning
professor.
gray, you just have kids.
My hair has been gray since I was 30 years old. It's hereditary. It runs in the family, unfortunately. Ski Man said 40 volt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 40 volt. Because
Yeah, if you have children, it's hereditary.
Mine's not great until it starts going out.
Be my best watched video ever if I croak right now. I'd sit here and die. I'll be right back.
Hello, Jim. Long time no see.
Mean long time no see. You were here at least a week or two ago when I was here. I know it's been less than a month. Let me put
It's
it that
considered a long time for some people.
way.
Jim was here last Saturday night.
Hmm.
It sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, I try to be here every Saturday night. Most of the time I make it. Every once in a while I don't.
Jamie and Scott
They've
are having a
already
conversation about where he lives.
they've already canceled church for tomorrow.
So has it
So much
started
for the
snowing?
Not yet, but I guess they just think it's, I don't know if it will or not. I don't know.
Hey, what happened to Jesus is my co-pilot? Yeah.
True. Ellen's in the house. Hello, Ellen.
We
Tina Marie
actually
likes
don't
gray hair
have
on men. I hate mine, but it is what it is.
we actually don't have a call-in service, so the telephone is like a conference call app
Tim Tech's in the
that my
house. Hello,
pastor
Tim.
has.
So it's just so y'all are having, it's just a call in, Chris, no
No
Zoom
service,
call or
no service, just a
Completely
call-in. Do what
completely
now?
canceled then.
Nah, well, just a call-in. I mean, yeah, I guess it's canceled.
You guys aren't going to the actual church itself physically, in other words, right?
No,
All right.
no.
All righty. Tim Tech says hi to Ski Man. Hello, Tim. Scott says hi to Ellen. Good to see Ellen. I did catch a little bit of Ellen's live stream last night, which was nice. She went into considerable amount of what we all call overtime. But it was fun catching her. I'll be so glad when March gets here. Whenever we jump forward or spring forward or whatever it is, I will be happy with that. That way I can do my
yeah.
show and catch her show, and there's no overlap whatsoever. You were going to say something there, Mr. Cheek?
I was just gonna say I really don't. Yeah, I was just gonna say I really don't care for it getting dark at 5 o'clock when you're not in early bird like I'm not. This fall back makes the day go by really fast. And once it's Sunday and then it drags. And it's not church that it's not church it's not church itself that's slow. It's the rest of the day after church because you have to get up early to make it to church, and then we don't have church Sunday night. So once we come in at about noon or 12:30 Sunday afternoon, the rest of the day is long.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it getting dark so early in the day as well. And I still haven't reset my clocks on the wall. They're exactly 1 hour off, and they're going to stay exactly 1 hour off until we spring forward, and then ta-da! Clocks
You
are on the
better
correct
just keep them
time.
because it's about a month, a little over a month.
It's in March, I believe, is it not?
Yes.
I don't know for sure. I just know it's coming up. I
Actually, the
mean,
first weekend in March, I believe.
yeah, what we changed in late November, I think it was. Only 7 more weeks, Scott says. Okay. So I'm trying something on chat that will help me maybe keep up with chat. I actually popped chat out and I expanded it and made it pretty big and I moved it to another monitor. So hopefully I don't miss any chat. And if I've missed something you said, hit me in orange. There is no exclamation C. Read chat, please. Probably, I don't want to say never, but probably there will not ever be an exclamation C. Read chat, please. And if there were, it probably would be set up to where it would only be in my ear like Doug has it. You'd see it in chat though.
March 8th is when
All right.
daylight saving time, I guess you call it, starts. and it ends in November.
I knew it was ended in November. I didn't know when it started again this year. For some reason, I was thinking it might be the end of February. March 8th. Yep. Tita Marie agrees with what you said. Hope they
Well,
stop
it's
standard time.
It's never started in February. It always starts in March and ends in November.
I said I thought it started. I didn't say it did.
They have changed
Yeah,
it.
I agree with what Scott's saying. I hope they stop standard time as well, or stop one or the other. Just set the time and leave it. Whatever works out good, whatever is the best or seems to be the best, just leave it. I'm again with Ski Man. He says too, he wishes they would leave it. I
It's
agree.
going to the time, the daylight and getting dark and early and late going to change anyway. I mean, the season, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
Whether you change time or not, it's going to get dark a little later and
Yep.
dark a little earlier.
Yeah, Tim says that they thought they were going to stop it. Yeah, it's discussed every year, but it hasn't never been changed. Probably won't be. I mean, I'm going to be 67 this spring, and ever since I can remember, it's been around. You change the time twice a year, kind of silly. So
That's kind of like when I was in school. My whole time in school, they talked about school going all year round.
I've seen districts where they go
They
year
did in
round.
mine too.
Well, they are some, but
There's
some
good and there's
schools
bad.
that go all year round here in Vegas.
Wow, standard
yeah.
time, the sun comes up at 4:10 a.m. That's a little early for the sun to be coming up.
that might be why they going. That might be why they keep changing. They do the changing because sometimes it might be necessary. Just go ahead and do it.
Tita Marie says, "Is that only in America?" I believe she's referring to the time changing.
No, that happens in lots of places.
I was
UK
going to
does
say,
it too.
yeah, I was going to say
UK
other
does
places.
it.
Yeah,
I think Australia does it a little bit.
But in the UK, it's different. They call it British summertime or British. I don't know what the other. Don't know what the
Well, it
other
amounts
term
to the
is.
same thing, though.
it's the same thing. Yeah, I mean, you can call it what you want, but it's still you're taking the time. Let's just say we're going to change our clock here in 3 minutes. It's 10:27, and in 3 minutes we're going to change it to 11:27, and we're going to call it flipping the egg. You can call it what you want. You're still changing the time. Time, I mean, nothing around us is going to change. It's still going to be dark. Probably still going to be snowing for Chris, but the time's going to be an hour ahead. Nigeria. Tim says not in Nigeria. You know, Tim, that's kind of an interesting comment that you said not in Nigeria. Are you the guy behind all the Nigerian scams and we just don't know it?
He's secretly a Nigerian prince.
Yeah, he is. Possibly. Very possible. I am working on a plan to live stream at least twice a day, a certain amount of days. Not in Arizona. Nope, Arizona doesn't change. And I'm not sure when that's going to start. I've got to figure out some logistic things with it. I have a specific goal in mind. I will not overlap for Rick Lakes, and if Doug Betts goes back to 6 days a week, which he once again mentioned earlier today, then I will not overlap with him. I was talking to another creator earlier today about I should try, or we kind of agreed upon this, that you should try different times. I'm in a rut. 10 o'clock at night for me, for the last however long I've been doing it at 10 o'clock at night, is I'm stagnant. No one's going to pop in at 10 o'clock at night. Yes, I keep it here because I know every one of us is used to it and it works out for our schedules. If I moved it back, say, dare I say an hour, since we're on that subject, it's going to throw a lot of people off, especially on the West Coast. If I move it to 11 o'clock, is going to throw people off, especially on the East Coast. We've had the conversation before. It's a no-win situation. So in order to attract more viewers and more subscribers and all that other good nonsense, I'm going to do live streaming, maybe at various times, how on the days that I decide to do it. It's not going to be 7 days a week. I'm thinking of 3 days right now is what I'm thinking about. Oh, cool. The little Zoom thing caught my 3 fingers being held up. But that's coming up.
But I don't know about the rest of us, but I still kind of expect you to at least be on Zoom every night. Whether you stream or
Well,
not,
I
beside the
I
point,
don't think. When was the last time I missed a Zoom? Completely missed a Zoom.
I can't remember a time.
Me neither. I have. I'm going to say probably towards the end of last March, first part of April, maybe the last part of April, early part of May. More than likely, that would be when I would think it would have been. Long Dog says, I have solar powered lights that come on about 5 p.m., but in the Desert Empire, a few months are going to be so much shining around 7 o'clock. How do you deal with that? You just do. I mean, if they're solar powered, you're going to be relying on the sun coming up and going down. Whatever time doesn't mess with great guys nap. Yeah, I hear you. Pretty sure I haven't messed anything out, messed any chat yet. So
I got something to share.
go
I
ahead.
went over one of my friend's house today. He got I know some people are gonna frown at this, but he got a Chromebook. And I helped him set it up. I ain't never set one up before, but actually, I mean, it's 15-inch. It had a full keyboard with number pad and all that. So I don't know. It's almost identical. Chrome is almost identical to Windows 11.
My dad's got a 4-year-old or 5-year-old Chromebook, and he absolutely hates it.
Well, it's because
he wants a Windows computer because he since found out that he uses a lot of stuff that is not compatible with.
well, yeah, I know. But if you're just doing basic stuff, if you're
Long
not
Dog says, "Oh, you're going to live in the Google world. If that's all you do, then that's fine." Are you talking about because he has a Chromebook, he's going to live in the Google world? Please clarify that statement for me there, Long Dog. Makes no sense to me.
Only thing I didn't like about the keyboard, the Windows keyboard on Windows computers, the keys are capital letters, but on Chromebook, they're small letters and it's hard to see. It's hard to read the keys.
So I'm still confused. He says, absolutely, tell me what else you can do with it. I don't have a Chromebook. I have a laptop, so I can't relate. I believe I have Google on the laptop, so that's not a Chromebook. Your statement of, oh crap, you're going to live in a Google world, are you saying that because his friend got a Chromebook, or what? Why are you saying that? And Ski Man says, whatever you get PC wise is totally sure. It's just like, I know one of the homies is now running Linux instead of Windows. And apparently he hasn't had any issues except he killed Zoom the other night, but that's okay. These things happen on Zoom, and it's not me. I'm on Windows. I probably will always be on Windows. I doubt I ever own a Mac. I do have an iPhone. That it's personal preference.
I've never owned a
Chromebook
Mac,
is
never
centered
cleaned out
around
the
Google
Mac.
services. Okay.
Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff that you get on Android on a Chromebook.
Apparently, you get a lot of stuff you get from the iPhone on Google because Long Dog says the Chromebook is centered around Google services. Did not know that. It's the kind of thing using your
Yeah.
cell phone with Google, only like a Pixel, only programs provided by Google. I've got programs on my phone that aren't provided by Google, but come
I
see,
was
come
able
saw.
to get, you're able to get like your printer apps, like HP app or Epson app. I got
That
his
reminds
printer
me. I
working.
don't know why that made me think of this, but I have a bill I have to pay before midnight tonight. And I will do that right after the
Does
stream
Bill
ends.
know you owe him money?
Bill's aware I owe him money, and he's also aware that the check is in the mail and it'll probably never get there because I believe I used the wrong address. Yes. Jamie said, I returned the Chromebook my daughter school provided to us during COVID. None of her assignments would show up in full screen. I heard there was a lot of issues with homeschooling back in those days, but fortunately I didn't have
When
kids.
COVID was on, my grandson was staying here at my place and trying to do it, and they gave him an old Chromebook. It was still in support, but it was in its last year. And that thing had a lot of trouble connecting to the school servers. And I finally bitched at his school office enough that they swapped it for a newer one.
Yeah, I finally had something go out of service.
Around here during the time, I don't know if other schools did it, but around here during that time, the schools would put out buses with Wi-Fi routers on them, so that the kids that didn't have Wi-Fi at home could connect to the school network and do their schoolwork.
Yeah, Long Dog, I agree with you 100%. I mean, we all have different likes and dislikes and things we food and computers and etc. could go on, but it's all personal choice. Whatever you're content with, whatever you're happy with, whatever works best for you. Alex is an Android person. I'm an iPhone person, but that doesn't mean
Basically, I'm not the short version of the more accurate version of that, Ken, is I'm an everything but Mac person. I've never I've owned an iPad. I actually prefer iPads over Android tablets, but I prefer Androids over iPhones and Windows for computer. And the main reason why I've never owned a Mac and probably never will own a Mac is strictly based on two things: how much Apple locks you in to all their stuff, and the price.
Yeah, the price they're pricey. Now, can those be, as the saying goes, jailbroken? Can you get one and basically, again, I don't know why you would want to do this.
You can put Linux on a Mac because the underlying thing of the Mac OS is BSD Unix. So it's compatible with Unix or Linux.
You used to be able to dual boot a Mac with Windows, but with Boot Camp, but that just went away.
You can do that only when on the ones with the x86 processors, if I'm correct. But I'm not expert on Mac, so I may not be.
They changed. They were Intel Macs, and now they went back, or they went to a different platform.
I had over all my years of doing computer repairs and stuff for people, I've only had one person ask me to reset the password on the Mac or something, and they never followed through with it. They never actually brought it to me, so I have never actually even done any repair work on a Mac. All the machines I've done repair work on, I've either repaired Windows or I've taken the Windows install off in certain cases and put Linux on it because it's too slow with even just the basic manufacturer install of Windows, and they don't have enough money to upgrade it, and they don't care because all they do is go do their Amazon shopping or whatever. So
right. So Tim says you can put Apple on a Windows. Yeah, there's a term for that. I can't remember what it's called.
Hackintosh.
Hackintosh, right, Jim?
Hackintosh, that's what it's
That's
called.
okay.
It's a lot of work for what I don't understand why people do it in the first place. Other than,
Right.
okay, you can. But it's
If
a
I
lot of
was
work.
going to, and I've done it before, if I was going to try to install Apple software just so I have the experience, I would try to install it in a VMware or something. I tried to do that once a long time ago.
Mhm.
Ellen is still watching. Log
Install.
Dog says M1. I'm not sure what M1 means, but
That's the Mac chip that they
what's
M1, M2, M3, M4. That's the processor they're on now.
okay. I was going to say M1 reminds me of a tank, but that's just me. USB or dual boot from Tim. Yeah, I don't know why you would want, even in a virtual machine. I mean, why you would want to do that, I don't know, because if you live in an area where you're going to be doing a lot of Mac stuff, maybe it would be beneficial to have an idea of how it functions, how things work. From what I can tell, and this is just personal observation, we have the command. They have. I should know this because a lot of DaVinci people use Macs, and they always point out on a Mac it's this, on a Windows it's Control, and it'll come to me in a minute. Yep, Sam, points are still working. That's good. No changes have been made on that.
I
So
think their command key is our enter key.
I don't know. I worked on one Mac product when I lived in Las Vegas. One of Lorna's friends had it, and something was wrong with it. Boyfriend did something to it or whatever, and she wanted to see if I could restore it, and I did. It took a while, but I did. And then once I had it done, she says, "It's yours. Do with it what you want." I sold it. I turned around and sold it. I mean, literally within a day. I had no desire to have it. I was kind of good boy Dougie moment that I had got it operational, and it just took a Google search or two or 300 or so, but I finally did get it. Um, Jamie's got points. You have 5,024 points. Cool. So we're coming up on 45 minutes. And anybody have anything else they would like to discuss or talk about?
When I first got this computer,
Besides Alex Sheep. Oh, go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry.
When I first got my Intel Nook computer, I'm on with you right now. My initial intention was to put Linux on it and strictly use Linux and no Windows. But for whatever reason, that didn't work out. Especially on certain hardware, I've always had some kind of driver issues or something with. I guess I'm just trying to install it onto new of hardware, at the time. But on older stuff, it always seems to work. But on newer stuff, I always
Jamie's got an interesting question
have
here.
issues.
Jamie says, how come so many schools use different computers even within the same school district? Good question. I have no idea. I don't have school-age children.
Generally the way that works is the schools put bids out, and whatever company wins the bid is whatever company they get the computers from, which is why, at least in every school district and in every hospital that I've ever been to, all the computers, I would say probably 99% of the computers are all Dell, especially Dell Optiplexes.
It was
Well,
popular.
a lot of doctors' offices and all that around here now are going to the mini PCs.
Yeah, there's a big craze on that right now.
Or like in the hospitals where they have all the servers equipment for like the patient rooms in the hospitals, like the exam rooms, they'll put in like the thin clients where there's not even any kind of hard drive. They just connect to a monitor, keyboard, mouse, speakers maybe, and connect to the server. And their servers are running, at least our hospitals around here, they run some VMware or something or other of software virtualization.
Yeah, Long Dog says you
Desktop.
need virtualization software like VirtualBox, VMware, Workstation, or potentially QEMU/UTM. It's complex due to Apple's licensing and hardware. You'll typically need specific unlocker. I'm guessing that's if you want to put that on your computer. I've
Yeah.
dabbled in the
Speaking
virtual
of-
world.
Speaking of VMware Workstation, because that's been brought out by
Thank you, Scott.
Broadcom, you can now download VMware Workstation for free. It used to be a pay for piece of software. But now
Really?
you can get it for
When
free.
was
All you have to
this?
do- Oh,
It's been a while.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a long
It's
while.
been several.
Missy's channel just went live for those of you that are subscribed and or follow Missy, and it looks like tonight it's about I'm not sure. I can't really read it because my phone's too far away, but I'm going to wrap this up anyway. So let me put chat back where it needs to be. This is working out pretty good. Long Dog says Apple touts their hardware capability and sophistication. I just need to make chat a little bit bigger and this will work out fine. I'm going to restore it, and actually I'm going to go this route. See if this is going to work properly tonight.
That's all, folks.
Or a email from the cell phone company telling me, that I'm doing something illegal. So
And with that, we'll wrap it up. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, case.z00m@gmail.com. Send me an email to that address and ask for the credentials, and I'll give them to you. And I know 3 people have gotten them, and 1 guy showed up. The other 2 are hit and miss, and I'm aware of that, and I'm perfectly fine with that. There'll be a show from Rick tomorrow. It's Sunday, and I'll be here tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Good night. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a great evening.